Welcome to our channel. This is our very first video and we're really happy that you're joining us.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Deborah.
And we'd like to start our first video with telling you a little bit about how we got to making this video. We began about a year and a half ago, really, is when we started to make our plans in earnest. And I think it was on March 16th. It culminated in our having essentially sold all of our worldly possessions for the most part and our home in Las Vegas so that we could become nomad travelers. And indeed, on March 16th, we left Las Vegas, got on a train, took about a 3-week trip across the country visiting family and friends, another 2 weeks across the Atlantic Ocean to come to Portugal, and that's where you're hearing from us today, here in now we're in Albufeira, Portugal.
Yes, and so this is us, absolutely, like Greg said, we are just getting started. It was our first trip through the States to get to our first transatlantic cruise, or I should say repositioning cruise, because they're not always going to be transatlantic, but repositioning cruise, and now this is our first country of our nomadic travels. And one thing I just want to mention is there's a lot of talk about this kind of a lifestyle right now. If you mention this to people, you'll be surprised at how many people know what this is all about. And I knew something of it a few years ago, but not so much. What I really knew, this was sort of started by me, I think it's fair to say. I really wanted to be done with working, I wanted to retire, and I wanted to be in another country outside of the United States. And I had this, what I didn't know yet at the time, is this strongly idealized notion, is it going to be something where I really am going to feel a lot less stressed than I used to all the time, day after day, month after month, year after year, when I was living and working in the United States. Is it really going to be that much different, that much better? Am I really going to feel more peaceful and happier? And the answer is yes. This has been everything that I hoped it was going to be. I would be the first person to tell you if the situation was, oh, I thought this was going to be great, and no, there were more problems, and I realized, no, it is fantastic. And that's a lot of reason why we're doing this, because we would like to share everything about what we've done so far, and in the interest of helping you, if this is something that you're looking to do, exactly how we did it, every single detail. And when we're through with that, we're going to keep moving forward with the rest of our travels.
Yeah, I think that's right. For years, literally for years, Deb had been talking, and we've been talking about how much she had a longing to be in Europe and was kind of ready to come or I should say go at any moment and plant roots somewhere in Europe, feeling that would make her happy.
Yep.
I wasn't quite that ready to plant roots somewhere, but I was certainly open to traveling, and that's really how we came up with this plan. It was kind of a compromise in some ways, but now it doesn't feel like a compromise at all. I think that's fair to say.
Very true.
Now it just feels like it was the perfect answer, which was, rather than just picking up and planting somewhere, as I said, we decided we were going to travel continuously. In effect, we learned about the magic of slow travel, and that's what we're here to tell you about. In fact, that's really how we came about naming our channel How to Nomad. And it really means how the two of us nomad. And if you're curious, we hope along the way we're going to give you some tips, and you'll learn from our lessons that we're learning along the way. Hopefully you can too. And so if that interests you, we certainly hope that you will like and subscribe to our channel and help us get off the ground.